Hello my darlings, my name is Victoria and this is Veritas Tarot. I'm going to be doing the first of your monthly readings for August, Cancer, and we are going to be looking at your soulmate and where you are and where they are. So we're going to be looking at what you're thinking and feeling, what they're thinking and feeling. We're going to be looking at their intentions towards you. We're going to do my throwing the spanner in the works card, which is sort of obstacles that might be in your way. That's a bit of an English expression. We are going to do your pull your socks up card from Spirit, which is again about sort of things that you might be focusing on that you shouldn't, or just the amazingness that is you, and Spirit just wants to remind you. Then we're then going to be doing a kind of near future outcome card, and then I'm going to pull you a couple of oracle cards and some love messages. I'm using my beautiful golden Art Nouveau tarot deck given to me by my lovely friend Nicola from Ikigai Reiki. She's wonderful. Please do check her out on my website under Trusted Healing Sources, and also the Tarot Nefertari deck, which Nefertari in Egyptian means beautiful companion. So that's really rather lovely for this soulmate reading. So Cancer, let's get moving on your reading, and let's see what's in your headspace at the moment. What is in Cancer's headspace? Just move those other cards out of the way. Actually, I'm going to put my glasses on. Okay, Cancer's headspace towards their soulmate. Thank you, Spirit. One card, please. Oh, too many cards. Let's do that again. One card, please. Thank you. There it is. So, Knight of Swords. You've got the Knight of Swords here. So the Knight of Swords is about, the Knight of Swords is about rushing in and speaking. So I believe you want to rush in and speak to your soulmate. It's about being a little nervous. This knight is kind of powering through, determined to do it, but feeling a nervousness about it. You know, he's got his visor on. It's kind of half on and half off, so that's sort of representing that kind of wanting to be open and honest, but at the same time there is some there is some fear there as well. You know, swords again are about, they're symbolic of the battles within you, you know, about that challenge, about that struggle, etc. But I do believe, I'm so sorry, I do believe that, you know, you want to, this is in your headspace, remember, you want to talk to your soulmate. There are things that you want to say, you're not quite sure how to say them or when to say them, but you have this urge to move forward. Okay, so let's see what's in your heart space towards your soulmate. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. One card, please. Heart space. Thank you. Cancer for their soulmate. Oh, two cards here. So you've got here on the top, you've got the Strength card. So that's lovely. There's a, thank you, Spirit. There's a very strong connection with you and your soulmate. The Strength card obviously is about strength. It's about fortitude. But it's about this, do you see this infinity symbol here, this sort of 8? There's a never-ending strong connection between you and your soulmate. The thing about the Strength card, it's about the balance between us as well. It's about balancing out that sort of divine masculine and that divine feminine within us, and not leaning sort of more one way or the other. I'm getting that this feeling you have towards your soulmate, this incredible connection that you have with them, it's also, thank you, Spirit, it's about allaying your fears. It's helping you come to that clarity and understanding, because you see that the feminine side of you, that intuitive side of you, the empathic side of you, you see she's dressed in white. Those feelings that you're feeling are allowing you to quieten your fears, which is that sort of divine, the divine masculine side of you, that not the masculine side about protectiveness and an amazing sort of love and bond and everything, but the masculine side of us that steps into that fear space and has those sort of worries and fears and a pride. And so you're in your heart space, your intuitive side is giving you the messages to overcome this side that might be a bit growly from time to time and might just can be quite a strong piece of you, with there represented by the lion. So and she's got the white, she's got the flowers there, which is representing the manifestations that, you know, you're wishing to manifest there too. very strong connection. You've both gone, well, you've certainly gone through something represented by the mountains in the background. It always represents a symbolic ending. She's got her foot there, so it's about being what you're feeling in your heart for them. This connection. It's a very strong connection. It's also making you feel a little vulnerable, but also grounded at the same time, if that makes sense. Oh, hello. That was the Five of Wands that came out. So now let's see what's in your soulmate's headspace and your soulmate's heart space. Thank you. So this is for Cancer's soulmate's headspace. So at the moment they have the Nine of Swords. So they're very much up in their noodle, poor things. They are worrying about this relationship. You see, it's interesting because you've got this Knight of Swords here. So the 9 and the 1 makes 10, which is the 10 of Swords. So whatever you want to rush in and speak to them is going to bring it to the 10 of Swords. Now, the 10 of Swords can be that kind of, it looks like a sort of stabbing in the back sort of card, but it's also the end of a cycle. So wherever they are right now, whatever you want to say to them is going to help them move forward out of this 9 of Swords into that last part of that cycle, that 10 of Swords. They're worried, they're not sleeping. I mean, you can see in this card, there's a lot of unhappiness. I call it the sort of hamster wheel of thoughts going round and round and round in their head at the moment. So that's where they are in their headspace. What's in their heart space towards you, Cancer? Thank you. Heart space, that flew out. So you've got the Judgment card. So the Judgment card is about, it's about all sorts of things, the Judgment card, but in this case I do believe that they want a reconciliation with you. The mountains again represent the sort of symbolic endings that have happened. This will be between you. But it's also about new beginnings and rebirth and reconciliation. So I really feel that that's what they're wishing to happen. They could be getting a lot of signs and synchronicities. This is again very divinely guided and divinely protected card here. This is Archangel Michael, I believe, who's up here, and blowing that trumpet. So there's a lot of things that they're being made aware of at the moment. And because they're coming up from the grave, it's almost like, sometimes this card sort of talks about maybe a relationship that hasn't been around, for a few months, a few years, maybe since you were much younger, but it's something that's kind of resurrected from nothing, really, from something that's died in the past. So bless them. They're certainly in a space at the moment. And all right, so let's see, what are your soulmate's intentions towards you? Thank you. Soulmate's intentions towards you. You've got the Two of Pentacles. They're finding things a little overwhelming at the moment, okay? They are, the Two of Pentacles is about having everything up in the air and just feeling like it's all a little bit too much. So whether that's with work or things that are happening with them, it's also that infinity symbol again, all right? So it's about this connection between you. It can't be broken. But they are finding it just like, you want to rush it. There's something they want to do, but they're not quite sure how to do it. And what's happening as well with them, do you see the ships in the background here? So the ships are they represent manifestations. They're making their manifestations, what they want to happen in their life, a lot harder because they're in this period of indecision and feeling overwhelmed. And so, when you're in a calm, peace state, the waters, which represent your emotions, are peaceful and calm, and the ships can come in much quicker. But when they're like this, it takes it a lot harder. So they are very much in a space of just feeling overwhelmed. And I can see that with the Nine of Swords, the Judgment card, and this Two of Pentacles. But that's their intentions towards you. There's something that they want to, they're not quite sure how or what, but they are very much in their headspace about this decision, okay? And with the Judgment card, it's about potentially, and we'll find out more as we go along, about a sort of maybe a reconciliation with you. Okay, so now we're going to look at pulling your socks up card. So this is in England. pulling your socks up is, as I said earlier in the video, it's about Spirit saying, reminding you of all the amazingness you are and the things you've got going on in your life, and also maybe just a little reminder if you're doing something that's also throwing a spanner in the works. So, messages for Cancer, please, about pulling your socks up card. Okay, so this try to flip out. You've got the Nine of Wands. So, the Nine of Wands is about stepping forward from, this is how I read these cards, it's about stepping forward from cycles. And these Eight of Wands behind have been cycles in your life that you have been caught up in, and maybe just repeating patterns of behaviour through past hurts and things. But this is really lovely. So Spirit's saying, well done. You've stepped forward from that, okay? You've stepped forward. It's taken a lot of bravery. Whatever's happened to you has really hurt. You see here, you've got the bandage around the head, and you're tired. You're emotionally tired. I can see that. You're leaning on that wand, but you've chosen. Wands represent passion. They represent that, as I said, that desire, creativity, the energy. You've now focused one wand that you're focusing on, whatever that may mean to you. You've stepped forward away from past repetitive behaviours, and you've stepped forward, and Spirit's saying, well done. You really have in this card pulled your socks up, and you're moving forward. It's a tough space to be in. You're looking back, and that's understandable. But you're wearing green and red, and green is about the heart, and the red is about grounding. So whatever you've moved forward with and doing, it's something you feel for, and it's something you're feeling good about, and it's something that's very grounding for you. So now we're going to look at the near future for you. What's coming in for the near future for Cancer? Thank you. Wow, you've got the Empress, all right? This is you, all right? The Empress is amazing. She's the four queens all together. The Empress is somebody who has gone through a journey. She's gone through a transformation. She knows what she does want. She knows what she doesn't want. She's had the contrast to understand that. She's cut out of her life everything that doesn't serve her. She manifests consciously, not subconsciously, so she's very aware of manifesting. She's very grateful for her life. She's abundant. I mean, the list is endless. She's absolutely extraordinary. So this is what's coming in for you. So whatever you are stepping forward away from, this is your pull your socks up card. This is what's coming in for you. I believe this is you stepping into that amazing place of just understanding and recognition and self-love and self-worth. I think your soulmate's got a little bit of a way to go, my darling. But, the more you step into that receiving mode, okay? So she's very much in receiving mode. She can be kind, she can be generous with people, but she has healthy boundaries, but she doesn't go looking for love to be given to her because she's very happy in herself. And so when you go in that amazing receiving mode, then the universe responds. And when you're in that energy of just vibrating, that amazing high vortex energy of just loving life and being in that moment, the universe will respond for you, my darling. And whatever you're manifesting is coming in, as above, down below. The universe always says yes. So if you're manifesting in this space, then you've got some beautiful, magical things coming in for you. So what were we going to do now? We were going to do some clarifiers with my Tarot Nefertari, which is, as I said, means beautiful companion in Egyptian. So we're going to clarify, first of all, the Knight of Swords for you. Thank you. Clarify the Knight of Swords. Thank you, Spirit. I've got 2 cards. Right, I'm not taking those because one of them, actually, there we go, that's what they want me to take. You've got the 6 of Swords. Okay, so the 6 of Swords clarifying the Knight of Swords. The 6 of Swords card is a knowing about what direction you want to take, okay? And it's about having that balance of knowing what direction you want to take, but the balance of doing it both consciously and subconsciously, so being guided by spirit, going with the flow as much as possible, but being determined and obviously doing what you need to do to make it happen. And that's what the Six of Swords represents here. And the fish here, lovely, because the fish is a sign of messages from spirit, but also that sort of awakening that you're going through. And the sails here, you see they're in sort of full sails, so this is it. This is you moving forward. The seas don't seem rough in this either, and no, you're very much in that space of I know you want to rush forward and speak, and I know this might be the direction that you're meant to take, but I want you, again, it comes back down to that Six of Swords is about balance, making it from a balanced place, okay? And at the moment, this is throwing a spanner in the works card. That's not a balanced place, all right? You're not in that balanced space. So now let's look at the Strength card. Please clarify the Strength card. I'm not saying that you shouldn't, and of course, you know, all these decisions are yours, but Spirit is saying if you are going to rush forward and do something, do it from a place of love. Always do everything from a place of love. Don't rush in because of anxiety or fear or need to have an outcome. Then you don't do anything. Okay, this is about being in the Empress mode. If it's not done from a place of no expectation, don't do it. Okay, so for the Strength card, you have the Ace of Wands, which is lovely. So, you know, with your soulmate, this is just Spirit confirming, you have this connection with them. It's a very beautiful connection. It's a very strong connection. And you are both thinking about each other an awful lot, you know, with this Nine of Swords and with the Judgment card and with the Knight of Swords. It's a lot of painful thoughts still, though, mixed up with all of it. There's a lot of hurt that's in here, and I don't know what's happened, but this is about moving forward, okay? And this Ace of Wands is just showing me that this is aces are about being guided and protected by God, by Spirit. So whatever you're feeling about your soulmate and they're feeling about you, it's very much a joint, a beautiful sort of feeling of love and passion and desire. But wands, you know, aces are about new beginnings, and I know that this is what you want in your heart. Okay, this is what you want. You want a brand new beginning, and you want it based on the love you feel for each other, but the kind of, thank you, Spirit, it's that creativity. So it's about a relationship that's based on not control. It's about a relationship that's based on passion and creativity and ideas and excitement, and about wanting for them what they want for them, and vice versa. So, you know, that's lovely to see. Let's look at the Nine of Swords now. Thank you. This is what's in their headspace for you. Thank you. What's in Cancer Soulmate's headspace? Thank you. So they have got, they've got two here. They've got the Seven of Swords and they've got the Ten of Cups. All right. There's a lot of love there. All right. The Ten of Cups is representing that beautiful sort of magical life, magical relationship, joy, happiness, love, all of those sort of things. But there's also the Seven of Swords here. So I'm not quite sure who's done this. I think this is them to you, because you've stepped forward as the Nine of Wands and you're going into the Empress. I think there is a lot of regret here on their part for this Seven of Swords. Okay, so the Seven of Swords, my darling, let me just show you. Yes, thank you. The Seven of Swords is about somebody who has walked away from a situation, but in a way that we might call sneaky or just not very nice, not very pleasant, hasn't told the truth, something that's upset the other one a huge amount, all right? But I always see the Seven of Course, I always see everything positively. Okay, so in the Seven of Swords, in the normal card, there's a little gift that's left there. There's some flowers. So it's what lessons and things that you learned from that experience is what God, everything happens for you, not to you. So that's how I see the Seven of Swords. And it's always a temporary thing. And it's always because that other person had to go and repeat a cycle. They had to go and leave where they were and sneak off into the night. It's kind of how the Seven of Swords is, but they needed to go and repeat some things. So this is interesting with this Seven of Swords because you've got this eagle here. So because this is why Spirit's so clever, because it comes with this Nine of Swords. I think that your soulmate in their headspace has got this aha moment about what they've done. Because suddenly you see this eagle represents their higher self, it represents the winged messengers, it represents their intuition. It's been blasting in their ear. They've suddenly had this aha moment and they've realised about how they've behaved has been something that has hurt you, I believe. And that's why this is this Nine of Wands, about you stepping forward. You pull your socks up card, which is amazing. So there's a lot of reflection there in that card, and I'm not surprised to see that there. So then we're going to see the next card is their intentions towards you, which is the Judgment, which I immediately saw as a sort of trying to resurrect this relationship, literally. So let's have a look and see what Spirit wants to tell us on the Judgment card. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, there we go. Popped out. You've got the Hierophant, yeah. So the Hierophant is, again, it's about commitment. It can be about codependency, but I don't see it with this. I see you've got two major arcanas here with the Judgment and the Hierophant together. And so the Hierophant's about a marriage, it's about alliance, it's about a partnership. And it's just that sort of wonderful commitment card. So whether they left a commitment with you, but this is about their intentions towards you. Thank you, Spirit. So this is about them wanting to reconcile. Now, whether they are married to you and you've gone through a separation or a divorce, and this is a few years down the line or a few months down the line, but they very much, with the Hierophant, they want something that's committed. And do you see here, he's sort of bending down. There's a, bless them, there's a sort of, I'm getting the word humility that's coming through. There's a humbleness, thank you, Spirit. There's a humbleness about their approach, that they want to approach you. They're not sure how to, but there is definitely, and you are sitting there in that space of just understanding. And yeah, there's been, I mean, you've got here, I see these as sort of the lotus flowers that are on the side of the card here as well. So this is about things that have growth and beautiful things that come out of these sort of darker periods of our lives. So Judgment and Hierophant together, I mean, that's wonderful. That's their intentions towards you. You know, they want this resurrection of whatever this relationship was with you. It was obviously a committed relationship before, and they're going through this Nine of Swords, this Seven of Swords period in their lives. Okay, let's see what's in, this is now the throwing the spanner in the works card. Thank you. So you had the Two of Pentacles. So this is kind of all this indecision and how you're feeling, and that's kind of maybe because you're in this space of anxiety and fear, it's just slowing down the process at the moment. So please can you clarify? Thank you, Spirit. The Two of Pentacles. Thank you. Whoa, there we go. You've got the Six of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. So this is very much a soulmate, okay? This is Spirit saying to you, this is a soulmate journey, real deep soulmate journey. And soulmates come together sometimes to help each other trigger from past hurts from other relationships or things that we've just been carrying around with us for a long time. So this is a Six of Cups. This is a soulmate that you could have had past lives together. You're mirroring each other as well, particularly with this card, they're sort of mirroring each other, but there's a tenderness there as well. But Spirit's saying with your Two of Pentacles, with this indecision, it's about stepping back and taking a balanced approach. You've got the Nine of Pentacles here. The Nine of Pentacles is a beautiful card. Rather than being in this place with the Two of Pentacles, worrying and thinking, oh my gosh, I did this way, that way, I'm not sure. Step into the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is amazing. Nine of Pentacles is a person who is single, independent, happy, manifesting consciously, not worrying too much about things because she knows or he knows that they can hand kind of worries and things over to the universe. You know, the Nine of Pentacles is somebody who, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, the Nine of Pentacles you see here with the Five of Pentacles behind, which represents lack of. Completely ignoring that, not even looking at the lack of in their life. They're completely focusing on what's coming in for them. This sort of, you've got this extraordinary, almost this pentacle here. They're always focusing on the future manifestations. Do you see? And these are all sort of gifts from the universe. So that's really beautiful. So Spirit's saying, understand this is a soulmate connection. Understand that there's always divine timing. There's always divine timing in a soulmate connection, okay? Step out of this Two of Pentacles, little shitstorm you've got going on in your head, okay? And step into this Nine of Pentacles, understanding it'll all happen at the time it's meant to, and you just focus on you and focus on looking forward rather than rushing back. Okay, so now we're going to do the Nine of Wands, which is the sort of pull your socks up card, which you've been doing so well. Thank you. So you've got the Knave of Swords. Ah, okay. This is the Page of Swords, all right? So the Page of Swords is somebody who's looking, kind of trying to find out what's going on. That's the Page of Swords. Okay, so you want to rush in and talk to them. A bit nervous about doing it. Spirit's telling you with the Six of Swords to do it in a balanced way, okay? And you've stepped forward. This is pull your socks up card. You've stepped forward as the Nine of Wands. You've stepped forward with your wand. You've stepped away from what doesn't serve you. And Spirit's saying to you, don't keep looking back. Don't keep trying to find out what's happening, what they're doing, where they are. That doesn't serve you, okay? You've got your scroll here, okay? You've got your knowledge. You know, scrolls represent knowledge, so this is your spiritual knowledge, okay? This little thing he's got, it's very shiny, these cards. This little thing here, I'm immediately seeing it's like that little stack of spiritual knowledge that you've got with you. And it's about, and the olives represent peace, okay, as well. So it's Spirit reminding you to keep stepping forward, not to look back, not to try and find out things. None of that matters. You are on your journey, your soulmate's on their journey. There is a lot of love here with the Strength card. You've got the Judgment card as well. There's a real connection here, but it all happens in divine timing. And one of the beautiful things about that is that you just keep moving forward. You keep moving forward, you keep focusing on you. You step out of that Two of Pentacles worry thing about what to do, and you step into Nine of Pentacles and just see what happens. Let go, let all your worries go to God and the universe. Just say thank you for taking care of it. So that's the Page of Swords. Just a reminder for you not to sort of ask too many questions or just try and find out too much. Because thank you, universe. Because you'll always be told at the right time everything you need to know. That's another beautiful little universe secret, that when you're meant to know something, you'll be told something, and when you're not meant to know it. So, and then you can sit in this beautiful Empress mode of not worrying. So let's now look. This is your sort of near future coming in for you. This is the Empress. Please clarify. Thank you. Ooh, that's amazing. Okay, there we go. So you've got two major arcanas. You've got the Sun and Temperance. Okay, so the Sun is all about happiness and being in that amazing state of being the Empress, and all that brings to you because you've worked so hard on yourself and you understand, brings you in happiness. The Sun, it is the happiest card in the deck, and you're very grateful for it. You see he's kneeling down there. You're very grateful for it. And you've also got temperance, which is patience, which none of us are very good about doing, but you've got temperance. And temperance is again about divinely guided, divinely protected. It's about being on your path. It's about understanding the divine law of things, the timing of things. This is completely, completely been taken. You've been completely looked after, my darling. You've got some extraordinary arcanas here, you know, just to look at it all one more time, you know, they are going through, your soulmate's going through a bit of a dark night of the soul at the moment, okay? So whatever's happened, they're aware of it, they're feeling it, okay? They're thinking it. They're in their headspace with there's a lot of anxiety and stress and worry and thoughts about what's happened between you two. In their heart space, they have this Hierophant and they have the Judgment. So they know about, you know, they know about the strength of this connection with the Strength card, but they also know it's about this commitment. I don't think they fear commitment. I just think there's something that's happened that's just broken that trust. And with the Judgment card here again, I think they are really looking to not now because it's Temperance card, but there is at some stage to come forward. You're basically just to keep doing you, to keep focusing on what you're meant to be doing, to keep focusing on what brings you happiness, not to worry too much about things. I know it's difficult. Understand that this is a Six of Cups. This is a soulmate reading, and to keep being in that Nine of Pentacles mode, because then it brings you to the Empress, as I said. So just thank you, Spirit, for reminding me. So this is where you're being told to be, this Nine of Pentacles, which is the minor arcana of the Empress, and that's what's coming in for you. So Spirit's saying, well done, darling. Okay, so I hope that made sense for you. With all of these connections, everybody's on their own path, and sometimes we're on a joint path, sometimes we're side by side, sometimes we go off from different angles. But these relationships are, when they have, as this has a lot of major arcanas in, they are designed to come in and help us heal. You are going to be more than fine, my darling, with the Empress coming in here for you. So now I'm going to pull you, what am I going to do first? I'm going to do my Angels and Ancestors deck, which is lovely. Do you see here with I always think it's like a pentacle, the Wheel of Fortune and the owl on it. Thank you, Spirit. One card, please. You've actually got two here. Thank you very much. So you've got Sun, enjoy success and happiness. So that's just a confirmation for your outcome near future card coming in, which is just lovely. You've got the Sun here again, so that's lovely. And you have got Sage, be devoted and committed. So this is about your commitment to yourself, my darling. I think you've maybe not done a lot of that before in the past, and why this has happened. Do you see he's writing with his third, with the pheasant, with the peacock feather there, which is about the third eye. Thank you, Spirit. So one of the things that's always very helpful when you're in this Nine of Wands place, is to do an unconscious letter writing where you allow Spirit to guide you. You don't think about the words you're going to say. You write to say your soulmate, you never send them the letter, and you don't read it yourself afterwards. You don't take back in those energies, you just get it out. And that's one of the things that I've been told to tell you here. It's about being devoted and committed to yourself, to your evolution, to your growth, and it's about, there's things that make you grounded as well. But that unconscious letter writing is a very, very healing thing to do. Okay, and then I am going to pull you the Keepers of the Light deck again, which is just lovely with the more gold for our golden nuggets of wisdom. Golden nuggets of wisdom from Spirit for August. Okay, so thank you. What messages for Cancer? Ooh, there we go. So you have got you've got express your driving passion. So this is about moving forward. Express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. So there we go. So this is bringing you into the Empress mode, all right? So whatever's coming in for you, whatever you're focusing on, don't want to know any more than that. That's what they're saying. And you've also got a call to action, take charge, lead by example and walk your talk. So this is you, again, coming out of this nine of Wands, my darling, all right? So it's about take charge, but you see, take charge, maybe the Knight of Swords, take charge, lead by example, but walk your talk. So it's about doing it, you know, don't just talk the talk, walk the talk. So if you're saying you're going to do something, but you're doing it from a place of the right place to be, and if you're giving advice to others about doing it, it's about doing it the same. So, and then the last thing I'm going to pull you is, oh my goodness, you have more here. Okay, you have Master Jesus, you have forgiveness. You're on a path of light, love and forgiveness. Father, healing is possible at this time. So whatever you're feeling for your soulmate, if there is some forgiveness that you're looking to try and do remember that people act from, when they hurt other people, they don't mean to. It's from their own place of pain and insecurities. And actually when you forgive somebody else, you forgive them for you, because it brings you peace, because you choose not to let it hurt you, with that understanding and compassion. Okay, so we're going to do messages from your soulmate. Thank you, Spirit. That wanted to come out. It says, I've been bleeding in your silence. So obviously you have been quiet, but this is why you haven't rushed forward yet. And they've also, I don't care how hard being together is, nothing worse than being apart. So this is this Nine of Swords, you know, this is how they're feeling. They're really feeling it at the moment. Don't, thank you, Spirit. Just one last piece of advice. Try not to interfere. You know, remember I talked to you about throwing the spanner in the works card, all right? Try not to interfere in your soulmate's journey. Try and let it happen in divine timing. Whatever they're meant to be going through, they're meant to be going through. And this again is just a reminder about the Two of Cups. Sorry, my dog's being a bit naughty. It's a little reminder about the Two of Pentacles there, okay? You don't need to think about how to do this or what to do. Just let them be on their journey. Let them learn and grow at the time they're meant to learn and grow. They have a commitment there. You've got the Hierophant, you've got the Judgment about reconciliation, but these things, they don't happen overnight. And you just carry on being in the Nine of Pentacles, because what's coming in is you're then growing to the Empress. All right, my darling, I hope that helped, resonated with somebody. I hope you have an amazing August. But in the meantime, I will be going back to the weeklies from next weekend. So I'll just do you a shorter weekly reading next weekend. And in the meantime, just take care and have a lovely rest of the week. All right, my darlings, take care. Bye-bye.